25 News at 6 starts right now.
Breaking right now at 6, health leaders say a UMass Boston student is the first confirmed case of coronavirus here in Massachusetts. Good evening, I'm Nicole Oliverio. Scott has the night off. Public health leaders say that person traveled from Wuhan, China to Logan Airport. This is now the 8th case of the virus here in the U.S. Health leaders telling Boston 25 News he is in isolation at his home away from campus right now. In China, there are nearly 11,700 people around the world who have been infected by the virus. 259 deaths have already been reported. Boston 25 News has dedicated 3 reporters to bring you all angles of this story. But first, let's head out to Boston 25 News reporter Evan White, who's live at Logan. And Evan, you've been covering this now for more than a week. And why is it that man isn't at a hospital right now?
Well, we've been speaking with a lot of experts about this, the state's public health department and also the Public Health Commission here in Boston. Doctors say the man's health rebounded quickly, so he doesn't need to go to a hospital. They also say the idea of bringing him to the hospital with coronavirus would present risks for other patients who are already there.
Health officials say Tuesday the man flew to Logan Airport, leaving customs at this gate and making his way to the UMass Boston campus. A day later, he fell ill and sought medical help. By Friday night, lab tests confirmed it was coronavirus. He was isolated at home, not a hospital. We asked why.
The patient has been in isolation and in his home, and he is doing quite well from a clinical perspective. He does not require hospitalization support. There is, in fact, a risk in exposing others, those that are hospitalized, to this virus if he were to have been transported.
Instead, public health nurses have been calling the man who had flown here from Wuhan, China, and who was only in contact with a handful of people, according to health officials, since coming back.
How come they're not being isolated for now, just out of an abundance of caution?
We are cooperating with CDC in terms of recommendations for isolation that the CDC puts out for close contacts.
News spread quickly. Boli Deng, a Harvard student, saw the alert on his way on a flight from Shanghai to Boston. He says he's not worried about it spreading locally.
I think it should be much better than the case in China because it's more under control.
Now, it's important to note, even with this first case of coronavirus here confirmed in Boston, health officials say that the risk of catching it is low. We're also told that customs agents are now doing visual inspections of those who are coming off of flights from China. Of course, flights will be suspended tomorrow. Nicole?
Evan, as you mentioned, he was a passenger on one of those flights earlier this week. Do we know if anyone on that flight has been notified?
You know, I just got off the phone with the CDC a short time ago, and they told me that they're looking into it, but they can't confirm whether or not they have notified all of the passengers who were also on that flight with this man who we now know has coronavirus. Coming up a little bit later on, we'll talk to some other passengers about what they are feeling now, knowing that this virus is here in the Commonwealth.
All right, that's Evan White reporting live now from Logan Airport.